Very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys have revised what I have discussed in the previous three sessions. And I hope you guys are able to solve the questions of study material relating to hospitals, hotels, and transportation industry. So anyone having any doubts or query in study material, you guys can please post your queries. In today's session, I'll be covering various aspects wherein we'll be discussing variety of questions on many industries. So before starting with the session or before starting with the new part, I just want that anyone having any doubts or queries in related to any questions on study material or anything, you guys can please post your queries. Good morning, Surinder, Nikunj, Mathili, Lohit. Good morning, everyone. Anyone? I hope you guys have solved the question, Mathili, from the study material. Lohit, Nikunj, Hemen. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Ankita, any doubts? You solved the questions, Hemen, Lohit? No worries. Okay, but any difficulty, Hemen? Okay. So fine, guys. I request you guys to open your study material now. I'll be discussing few questions from study material. So giving you 2 minutes time to open your study material. I'll be covering few questions from study material now. I'll be starting with illustration number 9, page number 12.35. So please open your study material. So let's start with illustration number 9 now. Good morning, Mehak. So following are the data pertaining to Infotech Private Limited for the year ending 22-23. For the students who have joined a bit late, I'm discussing illustration number 9 from study material. The page number is 12.35. Today I'll be discussing few questions from study material. So let's start with illustration number 9. Following are the data pertaining to Infotech Private Limited for the year ending 22-23. wherein salary to software engineer 5% it is 15 lakh, salary to project leader 2% it is 9 lakh, salary to project manager it is 6 lakh, repairs and maintenance it is 3 lakh, and administration overheads are 12 lakh. Let me complete this question, Mehak, first. The company executes a project XYZ. The details of the same are as follows, wherein the project duration is 6 months. One project leader and 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. I repeat again, one project leader and 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project, whereas the project manager spends 2 months' efforts during the execution of the project. Travel expenses incurred for the project are given, that is 1,87,500. 2 laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each for use in project, and the life of the same is estimated to be 2 years. You are required to prepare the project cost sheet. So when talking about the table, the data is given for the year, so we have to calculate it for the project, and then we have to prepare the project cost sheet. So let's start with illustration number 9. Now, so salary to software engineer is 15 lakh, that is 3 lakh rupees per person. So it is given in the question that one project leader and 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project, and the project duration is for 6 months. So 15 lakh is given for 5 persons. 15 lakh is given for 5 persons. So per person salary is how much? 3 lakh. And total 3 software engineers were working on the project. So 15 lakh is the salary for 5 persons. So for 3 persons into 6 by 12. Into 6 by 12. So this is about the salary of software engineer. Now, one project leader is also working on it, and the salary of the 2 project leader is 9 lakh. See, the total amount paid to the project leader is 9 lakh. This is for 2 persons. Into one project leader is working for 6 months. So this will be 2,25,000. Next is whether the project manager spends 2 months' efforts during the execution of the project, and the salary paid to the project manager is 6 lakh. So total salaries paid for the project is 7,75,000. Very good, Nikunj. Now see, very important, guys. Salaries are given clearly that this much salary is paid for the project. Apart from this, there are many other expenses. But see, what about the general overheads of the company, that is repairs and maintenance and administration overhead? Now, to calculate the total cost of the project, we need to charge these overheads to this project cost sheet to calculate the total cost of the project. Now, the question is how to charge. See, you must have learned in overhead that fixed overheads are also to be absorbed, so the and to be charged to a product cost to calculate the total cost. So herein these are the overheads, and they need to be absorbed and they need to be charged to the project cost to calculate the total cost of the project. So see, there were various methods of absorption what we discussed in overheads, that is on the basis of direct labor hours, machine hours. So the point is that was used in manufacturing industry. But when talking about service industry, specifically IT industry, see how to absorb the overheads. So see, this IT industry is highly labor intensive. See, this IT industry is totally dependent upon the skilled manpower. So we can say that general overheads of the companies are to be absorbed on the basis of the salaries paid to the skilled staff. So herein, I'm writing a note also, since since IT industry is dependent upon the skilled manpower, therefore general overheads of the company are to be absorbed on the basis of salary, salaries paid to IT professional. Now see here in the total overheads are 15 lakh. Therefore, total overheads are 15 lakh rupees. That is 3 lakh for repairs and maintenance, and administration overheads are 12 lakh. See, these are the 15 lakh overheads, and the total salaries paid during the year is how much? Total 30 lakh salaries are paid. So it means जितनी भी salary pay करेंगे उसके 50% overheads होंगे. So here in this case also we are paying a salary of 7,75,000. So overheads will be how much? General overheads here means what? Administration overheads and repairs and maintenance. This will be how much? 7,75,000 into 50%. Huh. So this will be 3,87,500. Now we'll add all the other costs that are given in the question, that is travel expenses for the project. $1,87,500. Depreciation on laptops also. It is given 2 laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each for the use in the project, and the life of the same is to be estimated to be 2 years. So 2 laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each. So 50,000 is the cost of one laptop. 2 laptops were purchased. Their useful life is 2 years. Since we are using it for 6 months only, so into 6 by 12. So this will be 25,000. I think we have considered all the cost. So let's calculate the total. So this is the total cost of the project. So now anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. I'm done with the solution. Herein the key point was how to charge the repairs and maintenance and the administration overhead. So herein, since this IT industry is dependent highly upon the skilled manpower, so whatever the overheads of the company are, they are to be absorbed on the basis of the salary paid to the IT professional, and accordingly they will charge to the project cost to calculate the total cost. Anyone with any doubts or queries? See, herein in service industry, the concept is very simple. You have to calculate the cost divided by units. So herein there are no units. They are simply telling us to prepare the project cost sheet. So straight away we have prepared project cost sheet. So the key is to calculate the total cost. There is no specific format. The format is there specifically in transportation industry, wherein we have to bifurcate the cost in 3 parts, that is fixed cost or standing cost, variable or running, and repairs and maintenance. Rest in all the other industry, there is no fixed format. So as I mentioned also, the chapter is easy. The point is you have to think practically and you have to practice to score marks in this chapter. So anyone with any doubts or queries? I request you guys to copy this explanation. The presentation is a bit different from the study material. This is the easiest way to present the solution and it will save time also. Yes, Lohit, tell me. Yes, Lohit. Uh, it's up to you. This is for better understanding. This is up to you, completely up to you, Lohit. But it is advisable to write the same during exams. Yes, Pooja, tell me.
Sir,
Good morning. Yes, tell me, Pooja.
sir, how you consider total overhead 15 lakh? Which you consider, sir?
12 lakh plus 3 lakh.
Repair.
Admin overhead 12 lakh and repairs and maintenance. I hope it is clear. See,
Hello, sir.
some explanation is given in the notes that this much will be the salary. Other separate costs are given, that is travel expenses and use of laptop. But what about these overheads, that is 3 lakh and 12 lakh? We need to charge these overheads to this project cost to calculate the actual cost of the project. So the question is how?
Oh,
So we will absorb the overheads and then we will charge the overheads. Yes, Pooja.
okay, sir. Understood.
Yes, Maithili, tell me.
Yes, sir. Why we need to calculate that overhead for only 50%, sir? And one more doubt.
See, as I mentioned, since IT industry is highly, आपने you studied overheads chapter Maithili?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we used to do with overheads of the factory?
Uh, Overhead cost, all the indirect expenses.
Yes, all the indirect expenses. What we used to do?
Mm,
See, I'll explain you Maithili a very simple funda. Okay. See, I'm the
yes, sir.
manufacturer of this pen, right?
Yes, sir.
We know whatever the direct expenses are incurred, we know it directly, right? That is
Yes,
direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. We know very well that how much plastic ink will be used to manufacture a pen, right?
yes, sir.
We know how much labor cost will be incurred to manufacture this pen, right?
Yes, sir.
Apart from this, whatever the direct expenses are incurred, we know this very well. But apart from these direct expenses, there are a set of indirect expenses that are incurred as a whole. That is rent, electricity, salaries. We call them as overheads. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But when talking about the cost of the product, it is direct cost as well as indirect cost. That is all the direct expenses, direct cost plus the overheads also, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, to manufacture a pen, we know individually that to manufacture one single pen, also we know that this much material, this much labor is incurred. But since overheads are incurred as a whole, so how to calculate it or how to charge it to this product to calculate the total cost? So, to the answer of this question is via absorption, right? This is what you studied in overheads, right?
Okay, sir.
No, no, not okay. You should say yes, sir, that this is what you guys have studied in overheads.
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Yes,
what
sir.
we do, we calculate the total overheads, and we, after calculating the total overheads, we used to calculate the absorption rate. And that absorption rate is used to charge uh, on this particular product to calculate the total cost, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you have not studied overheads properly.
Yes, sir. I'm just solved the sums only, so
It's
I'm
not
not.
about, okay, see, I have discussed overheads in few of my previous lectures. You just check my pre-recorded session on overheads. I have explained this chapter very practically. So just check out my session. You will understand that what is absorption, why we absorb the overheads, and why we calculate, how we calculate the total cost of the product. What's the use of absorption? I have discussed this in detail. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Sir,
here,
and one
apart
more
from
doubt.
salary, we can charge salaries directly to the project cost sheet. Here in this question also, right?
Yes, sir.
See, in this again, I repeat, in this question only, we can charge the salaries directly because we know this, that this much salary is paid to this person, this much salary is paid to this person, this much salary is paid to this person, right? It is given
Yes.
specifically. But what about repairs and maintenance and administration overhead? Are they given specifically?
No, no.
So the point is, this should be included in this project cost sheet, but the question is how? We have to consider some portion of repairs and maintenance and administration overhead to this project cost sheet to calculate the actual cost of the project, right?
Yes, sir.
See, we have charged the salaries, but what about repairs and maintenance and administration overhead? We need to charge some portion of repairs and maintenance and administration overhead to this project cost sheet. The question is how we will charge. So the point is, the answer to this question is via absorption. Now the question is how we will absorb. See, in manufacturing industry, we used to absorb on the basis of machine hours, on the basis of labor hours, on the basis of percentage of prime cost, or on the basis of percentage of labor cost, whatever it is. But in service sector, it's not possible. There is no material, no labor, no direct labor hours, no machine hours. So here in this case, specifically in IT industry, whenever you find overheads, we will absorb the overheads on the basis of the salary paid to IT professional, because this industry is highly dependent upon IT professional. So whatever the general overheads are, they are to be absorbed on the basis of salary paid. So here these 12 plus 3, 15 lakh will be absorbed on the basis of total salary. So herein, how much is the total overheads? 15 lakh, right?
Yes, sir.
How much are the total salaries paid by the company
50.
during the year? 15 lakh plus 9 lakh plus 6 lakh, right?
Yes, sir. 30 lakhs.
30 lakh pay kiya. So 50% will be my absorption rate, right?
Okay, sir.
See, you must have learned in overheads that we generally absorb overheads on the basis of percentage of direct material also, right?
Yes, sir.
So herein, just think the same, that this much is the overheads, this much is the material into 100. So 50%. So it means what? That whatever the salaries we are paying, 50% will be my overheads. So herein also, the total salaries paid for this project is how much? 7,75,000. Therefore, 50% will be what? My overheads.
Yes, sir. So we assume that in the total overhead of 15 lakhs, the 50% is only charged to the those employees' salary. Correct, sir?
No, 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 no. It means that whatever the salary is paid to the IT professional. See, it means what? The overheads will be 50% of the salaries paid to the IT professional. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, okay, sir. Sir, and one more doubt. How will you calculate that 7,75,000, sir?
7,75,000 is the total of all these three.
Okay, 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 sir.
Anything
Okay,
else?
sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Yes, Neha Pandey, Mehak, Khushi, Kambira.
Sir, sir, hello.
Your name?
Mehak, sir.
Hi, Mehak, tell me.
Sir, how much time required to solve this type of problem? Like a hospital industry, hotel industry.
See, the point is, it depends upon how much time you have. I mean, what is your practice and what is your writing speed? Generally, it should not take more than 5 minutes to solve this question. Generally, the costing paper is on the lengthier side. Many students face this problem that they are not being able to complete the paper. Generally, they are able to complete the paper only 75% or 80%, or 75 to 80 marks only they are able to complete the paper. The only reason is lack of practice. So try to solve as many as possible questions in writing. That is the key. Always remember that when you write the solution, it will help you to develop the concepts also and speed to solve the question. So even I have mentioned in all my lectures, also in the previous batches also, don't do ticking in the study material. What I have observed that these days, you know what, students generally do ticking. Don't do ticking. The answers are correct in study material. No need to vouch or verify. The point is, write your own solution. The pattern of solution may differ from the study material, but again, the solution should be correct and it should be presented in a simple way. So herein also, see, I have just presented it in a simpler way. It will save time also. So focus on the concepts. Try to solve as many as possible questions in writing. That is the key. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anything else? Anyone?
Sir Lohit here.
Lohit. Yes, Lohit, tell me.
If we are awarded like stepwise for the answer that is written,
For every step, you will get some marks. For
uh,
every step, you will get some marks.
if that is the case, should we solve the illustration 9 that we just solved right now?
Uh,
In textbook has three different three different tabulars properly made.
See,
That
the see herein the difference is of the presentation. The presentation is different from my solution. See,
Okay.
generally, you won't be able to match the solution with the study material. See, these are the author's opinion. The opinion may differ, the presentation may differ from author to author. But at the end of the day, every step should be correct and should be presented properly. That is the key. So herein also see, what else I can do in this presentation. See, this if this is the question, and suppose you are writing the solution, what else you can write down in this solution? Tell me. We have presented the salary also. We have just given the briefing also. This is the way I have calculated the salary, right, Lohit?
Yes, sir.
This is the total salary also. Now, why I am absorbing the overheads, I have written this explanation also, right? What
Yes.
else you can write in this solution?
There is nothing more that we can write. It
That's
is.
what it is. Else, you can write anything for one single solution, but the point is we have to make the time, we have to consider the time that is given in examination. We have to make that analysis that how much marks, what is the weightage of this question in the paper and how much time we have to devote. So this is the best possible solution. This is the best possible way to write this solution.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
So time management is also very important. See, forget about the tables that are given anywhere. At the end of the day, the solution matters and it should be presented properly. That is more than sufficient.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Right? Anyone else? What kind of WhatsApp group link you are talking about, Rajkumar? So, Haira, any doubts? Anyways, I request you guys to copy the solution and specifically this note, giving you 2 minutes time. In the meanwhile, those who have any doubts or queries, you can post. And very important announcement, guys, on 20th, I'll be taking a session wherein I'll be guiding you how to prepare for exams. I'll be discussing in some the summary of the chapters that are covered in, that I have covered. And apart from this, there are many other chapters also which I have covered in previous session. I'll be guiding the students on process costing also, joint byproducts also, activity-based costing also, and overheads also. I used to take overheads and activity-based costing, process costing also. So I'll be guiding the students on 20th from 3 to 5. So I request you guys to join that session. I'll be there to guide you all. I'm not getting what you're saying, Mehak. You're talking about the concept of contribution, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll be discussing in 4 sessions, in marginal costing in detail about the concept of contribution. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Marginal costing is all what about variable cost and contribution only. Don't worry. So those who want to copy can please copy. So friends, let's proceed further. With the next question, that is illustration number 10. My material also covers these questions and the questions are from the study material only. So let's start with illustration number 10. I'll be discussing illustration number 10 from study material, page number 12.39. So please open your study material. I'm discussing illustration number 12.39. Illustration number 10, page number 12.39. Again, in this question, we are required to calculate the total cost. So the point is very simple: statement of cost and write down all the costs. That's it. So let's start with the toll plaza based question. See these toll. See, whenever when you are driving on highway, you have to pass tolls. So how these toll functions? I mean, how they calculate the cost of tolls and all that, I'll be guiding in this question. So how come that toll price is calculated? How the tolls are charged? What all persons are involved in the collection of toll? That question will help you to give you, I mean, brief idea about how it works. So BHG Toll Plaza Limited built a 60-kilometer long highway and now operates a toll plaza to collect tolls from passing vehicles using the highway. So 60 kilometers the road is there and they are collecting toll. The company has estimated that a total of 12 crore vehicles, only single type of vehicle, will be using the highway during the 10-year toll collection tenure. So the tenure is 10 years. The operating and maintenance cost for the month of April. So the data is given for the month of April. Again, guys, do make a note of it. Always just check that the data is given yearly or monthly. So herein the data is given for the month, wherein salary is paid to collection personnel 3 shifts, 4 person per shift, and it is 550 per day per person. Supervisor 2 shifts, 1 person per shift into 750 per day per person. The data is given for security persons also, toll booth manager also. Apart from this, electricity cost is given, telephone cost is given. All these costs are for the cost for the month of April, guys. Do make a note of it. So telephone cost is given, maintenance cost is given, that is 30 lakh. Monthly depreciation and amortization expenses will be 1 crore 50 lakhs. So this is the depreciation and amortization expenses. Further, the company need 25% profit over the total cost to cover interest and other costs. So herein the profit is on cost, not on revenue. Required, calculate the cost per kilometer per month and calculate the toll rate per vehicle. So let's start with this question, illustration number 10. Again, a very simple question. We have to simply calculate the cost. So the first point they are asking is you are required to calculate the cost per kilometer per month. So the kilometers are 60. So let's calculate. Units are given. We have to calculate the cost. So let's start with salaries first. There are 3 shifts, 4 person per shift and 550 per day per person. So there are 3 shifts, 4 person per shift. So it means total 12 persons are working in a day and they are paid 550 rupees per day per person. So 12% into 550 per day into the number of days are 30. Next one, supervisor. Two shifts, 1 person per shift, 750 per day per person. 2 shift, 1 person, 750 rupees per person per day into 30 days in a month. Next, security personals. 3 shifts, 6%, 450 per day per person. So 3 shifts, 6 persons. It means total 18 security people are there, and they are paid 450 per day per person. Into 30 days in a week. Toll booth manager, two shifts, one person, 900. So let's calculate the total amount now. So this will be 1,98,000. This will be 45,000. This will be 54,000. So this is all what about the salary paid. Now electricity is 8 lakh rupees. Telephone cost is 1,40,000. Maintenance cost is 30 lakh. Monthly depreciation and amortization expenses are 1 crore 50 lakh. That's it. So this is the cost per month. That is the cost for the month of April. Now the question is asking us to calculate the cost per kilometer. That is 1 crore 94 lakh. That is now we are required to calculate the toll rate also. So we will write down the revenue. So 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 plus 20%. Plus 20%. See, we have to add the profit. Sorry, plus 25%. I think it is 25%. 48 lakh 70,000. Divided by the number of vehicles. When talking about the number of vehicles, see, it is given in the question that number of vehicles, see, it is given in the question 12 crore vehicles will be using the highway for 10 years of toll collection tenure. I'm just writing down the number of vehicles explanation also. Twelve crore vehicles for a period of 10 years. For a period of 10 years. So 1 crore vehicle per year into 1 divided by 12. So 10 lakh vehicles will be passing. So the toll cost will be 24 rupees 35 paise. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Yes? Anyone with any doubts or queries? Yes, asking individually. Anyone with any doubts or queries? I hope the board is clearly visible to all. Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
So fine now, since there are no queries from your end, I'm just giving you, there is a query of mine. Okay, so Prajyot sir, please explain the calculation of toll. So this is my cost, this is my profit, and this is the number of vehicles. My cost From here, profit is 25% on cost, and number of vehicles I have calculated. I hope it is clear, Prajot. Yes, Prajot. Okay. So now there is a query from my end, and I want you guys to address my query. So I want your opinion on my query. So see, adding one more point to this question. Let's say, ignore the first part that there are only single type of vehicle. Let's say, when talking about vehicles, there are three types of vehicles that are passing through the toll. That is four-wheelers, heavy vehicles, and mini trucks. So 20% are heavy vehicles, 30% are mini trucks, and 50% are four-wheelers. So there are total 10 lakh vehicles that are passing through the toll. I repeat again, there are total 10 lakh vehicles that are passing through toll. When talking about the category of vehicles, heavy vehicles are 20%, mini trucks are 30%, and four-wheelers are 50%. Now, the toll rate for mini trucks is half of heavy vehicle. The toll rate for mini truck is half of heavy vehicle, and that of four-wheeler is one-fourth of mini truck. The toll rate of mini truck is half of heavy vehicle, and that of four-wheeler is one-fourth of the mini truck. So you are required to tell me that what will be the toll rate for heavy vehicles, mini trucks, and four-wheeler. So please address my query, waiting for your answer. I'm erasing this part. Those who want to copy this part can please copy. So the figures relevant are 19 lakh 40. So the total revenue we have calculated, that is 19 lakh, 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 plus 4870. So this is my total revenue. Revenue we have already calculated. That is 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000. The number of vehicles we have is 10 lakh. So please mention the toll rate. Since I'm taking care of query of each and every student, so I want every student to please address my query. Waiting for your opinion on this question. Take your time, read the question with patience, and then solve the question, giving you 3 to 4 minutes time. So I have received answer from Nikunj. Rest all waiting for your answer. Take your time. Don't rush for the solution. Read the question with patience and then post your answers. I want answers from every one of you. Be it right, be it wrong, whatever it is, I want you guys to post your opinion. So, Mr. Surendra Kumar, don't you think the toll is too much for a 60 kilometers highway? 3 lakh, 30 lakh, 43,750. Don't you think that this is too much for a vehicle to pay? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 answers, and all the answers are different. Nobody's answer is matching. I want your correct answer. Take your time, don't rush. Surinder, I appreciate your efforts, but the answer is incorrect. I'm damn sure about it. So please recalculate your answer, Surinder. Rest all, I'm not sure what is your answer is correct or not. Lohit, Pooja, and Nikunj. I'm not sure. But Surinder, I'm damn sure that your answer is not correct. No worries, Nikunj. That's okay. You can retry the solution. So, yes, Sharmila. Okay, so I've received answer from Ankita. So now Ankita and Lohit, your answers are matching. Khushi Gupta. Okay, so I've got answer from Khushi also. Prajyot, your answer is incorrect. Pavan Kumar, which one? I mean, you have got that, you have posted the answer, but this is for heavy vehicle, mini truck, or four-wheeler. So you're saying it's for heavy vehicle, right? So Khushi Gupta. Okay, so I've got answer from Tanu also. Again, your answer is not matching with anyone. Mehak, don't you think 1 crore 4,73,100? Sorry. So you are saying, Mehak, that 10 crore 47 lakh 31,182 rupees and 80 paisa we have to pay toll for this 60 kilometers highway, right? This answer is incorrect, Mehak. Okay, so now Nikunj, Khushi Gupta, Ankita, your answers are matching. Sorry, Lohit also, all four of you, your answers are matching. Hemin, it is incorrect now, straight incorrect. Pooja, I'm not sure your answer is correct. So Nikunj Doshi, Khushi Gupta, Ankita, and Lohit. All four of you, your answers are same. Rest all, I'm getting different answers. I want you guys to try. See, it's very easy that I write down the question, I write down the solution. But the point is, you will be better with the concept if you try to solve new questions. Try to solve the question. I'm just putting up these questions in class to boost your confidence. So be it right, be it wrong, whatever it is. At least if you're doing some mistakes, I'll correct it. But if you're not doing any mistake, how you will understand that where exactly you are going wrong? Whatever I teach, you will understand. But the point is, at least you should judge that whether you have learned or whether you are thorough with the concepts or not. That you will understand only when you will solve the questions. So, okay. So Pooja also, your answers is matching with everyone. Karan Shah, very good, but let me check. Pooja Byala, let me check. Rest all, everyone, waiting for your answers. Yes, Mehak, you have not posted the answer. Okay, I've got answer from Maithili also. Ashok Memane, you have not posted the answer. Mohan, Pawan, Surinder, repost your answer. Maithili has just posted. Okay, so very good, Surinder now. Prachi Singh, Sharmila, Suhaira. Very good, Kambira. Let me check. So I put up these questions just to make the session more interesting, and I want you guys to actively participate in the session. The more you will participate, the better you will be with the concepts, and you'll find the session more interesting, guys. So I've got answers from many students now. I think Nikunj and Ankita and all, I think your answers are matching, so I think it must be correct. Anyways, let's check. So when talking about the number of vehicles, so we have three categories: heavy, mini, and four-wheeler. So number of vehicles. So out of 10 lakh, 2 lakh will be heavy, 3 lakh will be mini, and 5 lakh will be four-wheelers. Now toll, let's say toll rate for mini truck is half of heavy vehicle. So if heavy vehicle is X, it will be 0.5X. So the toll rate of mini trucks is half of the heavy vehicles. So if heavy vehicles is X, then mini truck will be 0.5X. And that of four-wheeler is 1/4 of the mini truck. 1/4 means 1/4 of the mini trucks. So 0.5 divided by 4. So this will be 0.125x. So total will be how much? 2 lakh x plus 1,50,000 x and 5 lakh into 0.125. It will be 62,500x. So the total will be how much? Four one two five double zero x. So 412,500x should be equal to how much? 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000. So anyone with any doubts or queries in this part can please post your queries. So 59 rupees will be 59 rupees. 3 paisa will be the value of X. That is for what? Heavy vehicles. So for mini trucks, it will be 50%, 29.52. And for four-wheeler, 7.38. So this is the correct answer. Very good, Neha. Appreciate your efforts, but please recheck the calculation. So now let's check whose answers were correct. So Lohit was first one to post the correct answer. So very good, Lohit. Appreciate your efforts, and I'm very happy that you're solving the questions correctly and in a time bound manner. So it's like quick. Lohit was quick to post the answer, and your answers were correct. Followed by Ankita, your answers were correct. Khushi Gupta, your answers were correct. Nikunj, I think initially you did a silly mistake. That's why else you were the first one to post. But at the end, Lohit was first one to post the answer. Thereafter, I think Nikunj, you also posted the correct answer. Pooja also posted the correct answer. Okay, so Pooja Byalal also posted the correct answer. Very good, Pooja. No worries, Prachi. That's okay. I'll be putting up variety of questions in the coming session. So make sure you are regular and punctual in the class, because in standard costing, marginal costing, these two are very important chapter from examination point of view. So make sure you are present in all the session. I think you are joining the session for the first time. Pawan Kumar, incorrect answer. Okay, so Prachi Singh also you posted correct answer. Very good, Prachi. I've received your answer now. No worries, Tanu. That's okay. So I hope you guys are thorough with this question. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Many students posted in incorrect answer, so that's okay. If you'll make a mistake and if I'll correct it, you'll understand that okay, this is what the mistake I did in class and this is how sir corrected it. See, if I straight away write down the question and start solving, you will understand everything, but you will not realize that if I try to solve the question, then I might do some mistakes. So the point is, try to solve the questions whatever I'm putting in class. No worries, Prachi, that's okay. Neha Pandey, I hope this part is clear now. Tanu Vishwakarma, any doubts? Surinder, any doubts? Suhaira, you didn't posted the answer. Avijit, you also didn't posted the answer. Nisha Rai, you didn't posted the answer. Mohan Kumar, you didn't posted the answer. Gabbar Thakur, you didn't posted the answer. I hope you guys are thorough with what I'm discussing in the class. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? So I request you guys to write down this additional question and write down the solution also, please. Okay, Ashok, no worries. That's okay. Yeah, see, this part was the key also, that 1/4 of the mini truck. But that's okay. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Pawan Kumar, any doubts now? Surinder, any doubts? Yes, Surinder, I hope this part is clear to you. Okay. Yes, most of the students did mistake in four-wheeler part only. So the point is, the purpose of putting up these questions is like, whenever you will find these types of fancy questions, just make it a habit to solve it in a correct way. So I'm just trying to my best to prepare you for exam, so that when you will find these types of fancy questions, don't get confused. Just stick to the concept. There is no rocket science. See, even though I have put up these 1/4 and all, very simple. See, the rate for the mini truck is half of heavy vehicle. So let's keep heavy vehicles as X. Vehicle will be 0.5. So if then four wheelers are what? 1/4 of the mini vehicle. So 0.5 divided by 1/4, that will be 0.125. Straight question. Read the question step by step and try to solve the question. So anyways, enough of discussion on this question now. I think I didn't got answer from Mahek also and Meenu also. Meenu is absent today. No worries. So let's proceed further. Let's proceed to illustration number 14 first of all. I request you guys to open illustration number 14 from study material, page number 12.54. I request you guys to open illustration number 14, page number 12.54. So let's start with illustration number 14, wherein prepare the costs. Now we are moving towards the next industry, that is the power generation sector. Again, the power generation sectors are providing us the electricity, so they are providing us service. So how to calculate the cost per unit of the electricity, that is all what we will be discussing now. How they do calculate the cost per unit of electricity. So let's start with illustration number 14. So prepare the cost statement of Ignis thermal power station showing the cost of electricity generated per kilowatt. I repeat again, prepare the cost statement of Ignis thermal power station showing the cost of electricity generated per kilowatt from the following data provided below pertaining to the year 22-23. So total units generated were 20 lakh kilowatt. The operating labor cost is 30 lakh rupees. So herein the data is given for the year, that is from the data provided below pertaining to 22-23. So the total units generated were 20 lakh. Operating labor is 30 lakh. Repairs, maintenance is given. Lubricating, spares and store is given. Plant supervision is given. Administration overheads are given. 5 kilowatt of electricity generated per kg of coal consumed at the rate 4.25 per kg. Depreciation charges at the rate of 5% on the capital cost of 5 crore. So let's start with the solution. I request you guys to read the question once again, giving you 2 minutes time to read the question. See, read the question, each and every word carefully. Half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. So giving you 1 minute time to read it properly first. Illustration number 14. No worries, Mathili, that's okay. So let's start with the statement of cost. Again, see, herein in this question, they have bifurcated the cost in two parts, that is fixed or variable. It's up to you. You can prepare it a straight statement also. Both the approaches are correct. So let's start with statement of cost. So let's start. So operating labor is a variable cost. ₹30 lakh. Next is repairs and maintenance. That is also variable. Repairs and maintenance is 10 lakh rupees. Next is lubricating spares and store. That is also a variable cost. Lubricating spares and store is 8 lakh rupees. Next is plant supervision. That is a fixed cost. Six lakh, and administration overheads are 40 lakh. That is also fixed. Depreciation is charged at the rate of 5% on capital cost of 5 crore. So this will be 1 lakh rupees. Sorry. Will be 1 lakh. This will be 25 lakh rupees. Sorry. This will be 25 lakh rupees. Sorry. Now next, see, 5 kilowatt of electricity is generated per kg of coal consumed at the rate 4.25. So coal cost. Now see, it is given 5 kilowatt of electricity is generated from every kg of coal. From every kg of coal, how much electricity is generated? 5 kilowatt. And total electricity generated is how much? 20 lakh kilowatt. So 20 lakh kilowatt of electricity is generated, and from from every kg of coal, 5 kilowatt of electricity is generated. So how much coal will be consumed? Very simple. 20 lakh is the total units generated, and from every kg, 5 kilowatt is generated. So 4 lakh kilo coal was consumed at the rate 4.25 per kgs. I repeat again, 20 lakh kilowatt of electricity was generated, and from every kg of coal, 5 kilowatt is generated. So it means what? How much coal is consumed? 4 lakh kgs. So 4 lakh kgs into 4.25. So 17 lakh. So we are done with all the costs now. So 6 lakh plus 40 lakh plus 25 lakh. So it comes to 71 lakh. That is total A. Total B will be 30 plus 10, 40. This will be 65 lakh. So total cost will be 1 crore 36 lakh. Divided by kilowatts. So cost per kilowatt will be how much? 6.8. So anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. I'm done with the solution. Very good, everyone. Very good, Nikunj. Very good, Neha. Very good, everyone. Anyone with any doubts or queries? I'm done with the solution. One more question is there on electricity generation. One practical problem is there on electricity generation. So I request you guys to copy. In the meanwhile, those who have any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Very good, Prajot. I'm done with this question. Now see, I request you guys to open your study material practical question number 4. The question is similar to the question what we have discussed. That is on electricity generation. So I want you guys to read the question. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries. I think the question is just the copy paste of the question. Few figures are changed. Illustration, practical question number 4 from the study material. So anyone with any doubts or queries in relation to power generation sector, you guys can post your queries. I'm done with this part. Anyone with any doubts or queries? So fine, guys, let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes with few more questions. So take a break. Let's take a break of 15 minutes. Admin sir, are you there? Admin sir, are you there? Admin sir, are you there?
Sir, you can take the break.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Admin sir, are you there? Admin sir, are you there? Ajit sir?
Sir, you can start.
I can start. Welcome back, my friends. So let's proceed further with the next industry. I request you guys to open your study material. So let's start with illustration number 12, that is relating to insurance sector. Illustration number 12. Very good, Mathili. Very good, Surinder. So let's start with illustration number 12 now. It is related to insurance industry. So Senz Life Care Limited operates in life insurance business. Last year, it launched a new term insurance policy for practicing professionals, Professional Protection Plus. The company has incurred the following expenditure during the last year for the policy, wherein the policy development cost is 11,25,000. Cost of marketing of the policy is 45,20,000. Sales support expenses are 11,45,000. Policy issuance cost is 10,05,900. Policy servicing cost, claim management cost, IT cost, postage and logistic facilities cost, employee cost, and office administration cost are given. Number of policies sold are 528. So total 528 policies were sold. And total insured value of the policies is 1320 crores. So the total 528 policies were sold and their insured value was 1320 crores. Now calculate the total cost of professional protection plus policy, segregating the cost into four main activities. So the question is asking us to calculate the total cost. So when talking about calculating the total cost, simply we have to calculate the total cost. That is, we have to make the total of the expenses that are given. We will get the total cost. But see, here it is a twist wherein they are saying that segregating the cost into four main activities. That is marketing and sales, support, operations, IT, and support function. So ultimately what the question is saying, wherein we have to classify all these costs that are given in four parts. That is, the first part is marketing and sales support. Second one is operations. Third one is IT. And fourth one is support function. Second point, what they are asking is calculate the cost per policy. So total cost divided by the number of policies issued, we will get the cost per policies. Thereafter, the third point, what they are asking is calculate the cost per rupee of the insured value. So herein the insured value is also given. So this question is straight away, but the key point is we have to categorize the cost in four parts. That is marketing and sales support, operations, IT, and support function. So these are the four categories, just like variable cost, fixed cost, and maintenance cost. So herein they are saying that classify the cost under four heads. That is marketing and sales support, operations, IT, and support functions. So let's start with the item one by one. So policy development cost. This cost has nothing to do with operations, IT, and support functions. So policy development cost is basically, the cost for promotion and development of the policy. So it will be classified under the first head, that is market and sales support. That is policy development cost. Again, the cost to develop the policy, to market the policy. So this cost will be classified under first category. Second is cost of marketing of the policy. The name itself says marketing of policy. So it will be classified under first head, that is marketing and sales support. Sales support expenses. Again, the name itself is clear that sales support expenses. So it will go under the first head, that is sales support expenses. Now, next cost is policy issuance cost. So herein, these are the major costs that are associated with insurance companies. So herein we can say policy issuance cost we can classify under operations. So it will go under operation cost, policy issuance cost, service policy service cost, and claim management cost. All these, see, what are the major activities of the insurance companies? First one is issuance of policies. Second one is service policy servicing, and third is the claim management. So these three are the major operations of the insurance company. So they will be classified under operation cost. Next is IT. IT cost is given straight away in the question, that is IT cost. Now rest, postage and logistic, facilities cost, employee cost, and administration cost. These all are the support services. So it will be classified under support functions. So anyone with any doubts or queries, simply we have to classify it. We have to calculate the total cost divided by units. So the question is simple and straight, but the key point was to classify the cost. So you have to use common sense. There is no fixed pattern. Examiner can ask anything. So you have to use your brain, that what all cost will be classified under support functions for marketing and sales support, IT, and operations. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries relating to insurance companies. I'm done with this question. Waiting for your queries. Yes, Lohit, any doubts? Methili, Nikunj, Prachi, Mehak. Surinder, any doubts? Anyone with any doubts or queries? No, claim management is not a support function. Claim management is not a support function. Claim management cost is basically, these are the major operations. First of all, issuance of policy, servicing of policy, and claims management. It means processing of claims and all. These are the major operations of the company. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? So I'm just not writing the solution over the board because the question is straight away. So simply you have to classify the cost, that's it. Now let's start with the next part, that is illustration number 13, that is relating to financial institution. Again, see, as I mentioned previously also, when talking about this service costing, simply depending upon the service, the units may differ from service to service, industry to service industry. Rest, the calculation of the cost is the same. So that's what it is. So now let's proceed with illustration number 13, that is relating to service costing of financial institution. So let's start with illustration number 13 now. The loan department, I request you guys to open illustration number 13, page number 12.52. So the loan department of a bank performs several functions. The loan department of a bank performs several functions in addition to home loan application processing task. it is estimated that 25% of the overhead cost of loan department are applicable to processing home loan applications. The following information is given concerning the processing of a loan application, wherein the loan processor monthly salary is 2,40,000. Loan department, 60,000 and 4 employees, so it's like 2,40,000. Loan department overhead cost monthly. So loan department costs are given, that is chief loan officer salary, telephone expenses, depreciation on building, legal advice, advertising, miscellaneous, and total overhead cost. It is given. So loan department overheads cost. So these are the general overheads of the company. And the general overheads are total 75 plus 5, 80. One second, guys. So 1,81,000 is the total of all the overheads that are given. You are required to compute the cost of processing home loan application on the assumption that 500 home loan applications are processed each month. It's a very easy question, guys. So very simple, guys. See, the total cost of the company is 1,81,000. These are all the general overheads of the company. And when talking about the home loan processors, there are total 4 employees who are paid rupees 2,40,000 as salary. And see, now read the first paragraph, that the loan department of a bank performs several functions in addition to the home loan application processing task. It is estimated that 25% of the overhead cost of loan department are applicable to the processing of home loan. So let's start with illustration number 13. Again, very easy question. The question is asking us to what we have to prepare. Statement of cost, that's it. So loan processor salary, 2,40,000. Now, apart from the several functions, they are processing home loans also, and 25% of the overheads goes to home loan department. So now overheads also, as mentioned, overheads are 1,81,000 and 25% will go to the home loan department. So it comes to 45,250. So this is the cost of processing the loans. So it will be 285, 250. Now number of home loans processed, total 500 loans. So cost per loan, that's it. So generally when you take a loan, generally they do charge that processing fees. Processing the loan. So this is all what about this part. See guys, don't get confused when you find the question on service costing relating to any new industry. So the key is the calculation of the total cost divided by units. The point is the calculation of total cost is same in all the cases. The units may vary from industry to industry. See, in transportation industry also we used to calculate the total cost divided by the units. The units were what? Passenger kilometer, ton mile, whatever it is. In hotels also, again, the concept was same. The calculation of total cost divided by units. And the units were what? Room days. Similarly, in hospitals also, calculation of total cost divided by units, and the units were what? The patient beds. Again, IT industry, we calculated the total cost. Apart from these toll collection agencies also, the total cost divided by the vehicle that are passing will get the toll rate per vehicle. So again, in power generation also, we have to prepare the statement of cost, that is total cost divided by units generated. So the key point in service industry is that there is no fixed format apart from transportation industry, first point. Second point, we have to prepare the statement of cost wherein we have to write down the total cost divided by units. That is all what about this chapter, that is service costing. Anyways, we are done with this question also. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Yes, Tanu, even the question is, see, this is not a fixed format for insurance companies. Since the question is mentioned, we have to bifurcate. If the question is silent, it's up to us how to solve the question. But if the copy paste question comes in exams and they are not mentioning to classify the cost, still it is advisable to classify the cost, because again, you never know, examiner can deduct marks for anything. So why to give an opportunity to the examiner to deduct even 1 marks when you are thorough with the concepts? So we are done with almost all the industries apart from education institution. So lastly, we'll be starting with a big question on education institution. So now let's proceed with illustration number 11. It's a very good question. It's a very lengthy question. So let's start with, yes, I'll be discussing this question also. Yes, Tanu, there is no fixed format. So let's start with illustration number 11. So now let's start with illustration number 11. Till now, anyone having any doubts or queries relating to the questions I have discussed, you guys can post. This is the last question on this chapter and of today's session. So let's start with illustration number 11. AD Higher Secondary School offers courses for 11th and 12th standard in 3 different streams. So there is a higher secondary school that offer courses for 11th and 12th in 3 different streams, that is arts, commerce and science. So for 11th and 12th grade, there are 3 categories, that is arts, commerce and science. AHSSS runs higher secondary classes also along with primary and secondary classes. So they are running from grade 1 till 10th also, and apart from that, they are running 11th and 12th also. So AHSS runs higher secondary classes along with primary and secondary classes. But for accounting purpose, it treats higher secondary as a separate responsibility center. The managing committee of the school want to revise its fee structure for higher secondary students, that is for grade 11th and 12th. The accountant of the school has provided the following details for the year. So there is an accountant they have kept and they have provided the following expenses. So there are total 25 teachers and they are paid 35,000 per month and for 12 months. Principal is paid salary for the year, that is 14,40,000. Lab attendant, they are paying 3,60,000. Salary to library staff is 1,44,000. Salary to peon, there are total 4 peons, and their salary is 10,000 per month for 12 months. Salary to other staff is 4,80,000. Examination expenditures are 10,80,000. Office and administration cost is 15,20,000. Annual day expenses are 4,50,000. Sports expenses are 1,20,000. So these are the details that are given related to the costs that are incurred by the school. Now, additional information is given when talking about the number of students for grade 11th and 12th. For arts section 120, for commerce section 360, and science 180 students are there, and students till 10th are 840. So we have the total number of students for arts, commerce, and science, and primary and secondary. Lab classes in the year, there are no lab classes for arts and commerce, but for science students, there are 144 classes. And for primary, secondary, there is 156 classes. Number of examination in the year, it is 2, 2, 2, and 2 same. Time spent at library by the students per year is 180, 120, 240, and 60 hours. Again, time spent by the principal for administration work is also given. That is, the hours are given. Teachers for 11th and 12th standard are also given. That is 4th for arts, 4 for arts, 5 for commerce, and 6 for science. And 10 teachers are for till the higher secondary section. Secondary till secondary, primary and secondary. Now, there are additional information that are also given, wherein one teacher who teaches economics for arts stream students also teaches commerce stream students. So there is one teacher who teaches economics for arts stream students, also teaches commerce stream students. The teacher take total 1,040 classes in a year. It includes 208 classes for commerce student. So there is one teacher who is taking arts also and commerce also section students. So we have to just revise. We have to adjust the salaries. There is another teacher who teaches mathematics for science stream students, also teaches business mathematics to the commerce students. She takes 1,100 classes in a year. 160 goes to commerce students. So very simple. Now, one peon is fully dedicated for higher secondary section. So there is one peon who is dedicated. One peon is fully dedicated to higher secondary section. Apart from this, other peon dedicate 50% of the time for higher secondary section. So when talking about the number of peons, see, herein the number of peons are given 4. So one peon is specifically for higher secondary section. Rest, the remaining 3 peons devote their 15% of the time to higher secondary section. All school students, irrespective of the section and age, participate in annual function and sports activities. Now, the question is asking us to calculate the cost per student per annum for all the 3 streams. So the question is asking us to calculate the cost per student per annum for all the 3 streams, that is arts, commerce, and science. Further, if the management decide to take uniform fees 1,000 per month from all the higher secondary students, calculate the stream-wise profitability. So if the fees is 1,000 per month, how much profit they are earning? If the management decide to take 10% profit on the cost, compute the fees to be charged from the students for all the 3 streams. So it's a good question, lengthy question. So let's start with this question now. First of all, we have to calculate the total cost for all the 3 streams. But it's not tricky question. It's a very simple question wherein we have to divide all the costs that are given. That is the teacher salary, the peon salary, the annual day expenses, and all to the three streams, that is commerce, arts, and science. So anyways, let's start. It is illustration number 11. So let's start with the first point, that is teacher salary. So total number of teachers are 25 and their salary is 35,000 per month. So let's prepare working note number 1. So the teacher salary is how much? 35,000 per month. And how many teachers for a particular? See, it is given. Teachers for 11th and 12th, standard 4, 5, and 6, and their salary is 35,000 per month. So now let's start with the salary. So 35,000 into 12, that is per teacher salary is 4,20,000. So 4 teachers are for 4 teachers are for arts. So their salary will be 16,80,000. 5 teachers for commerce, this will be 21 lakh. And 6 teachers are there. Their salary will be 25,20,000. Now let's start with the first point, wherein one teacher who teaches economics for art stream. So there is a teacher of art stream who teaches economics, also teaches commerce students. Out of 1,040 classes in a year, it includes 208 classes for commerce student. So there is one teacher who belongs to the art stream, is also taking sessions on commerce. So now, see, for what? Economics teacher, right? Economics. Now their salary, the teacher salary is how much? 35,000 into 12, that is 4,20,000 is his salary. Now the teacher is taking total 1,040 classes. So we can calculate the cost per class into 208 classes goes to commerce student. So Out of 1040 classes they are taking, 208 goes to commerce student. So divided by 1040 into 208. It means 84,000 is the cost of the economics that is taught to commerce classes, but it is going to arts stream. So what we will do is 84,000 cost that is included in arts stream will be deducted from arts and it will go to the commerce section. Because this much cost is to be charged to the commerce stream instead of arts. The teacher belongs to arts stream, but it is providing services to the commerce stream. So the proportionate value of services is 84,000. So it will be deducted from arts stream and it will go to commerce stream. Again, the next teacher, that is mathematics teacher, the teacher belongs to which stream? Science stream. The salary is how much? 4,20,000. The teacher belongs to science stream and the total classes what he is taking is 1100 classes and 160 goes for commerce. So out of the 1100 classes, 160 is taking for commerce section. So 4,20,000 divided by 1100 into 160. So this will be 61090. This will be 61090 or 91. So now see, it is the science stream is providing services to commerce. So science, it will be deducted 61091.9. 61091 and 61091 it will be added to the commerce. So ultimately the arts one is providing to commerce and science one is also providing to commerce. So it will be deducted from arts and added to commerce, and science also it will be deducted from science and added to commerce. So herein we will get the total salary that is to be charged to the various streams, that is 1680 minus 84,000. So this will be 15,96,000. Next is 21 lakh plus 84,000 plus 61091. 224,5091. Next one is so this is all what about teacher salary. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Very good, Nikunj. Your answer is correct. So this final figure, working note number 1, that is 15,96,000 will go to arts. 224,5091. 224. So I'm done with the teacher salary, the trickiest part of the sum. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Yes. This will be 63 lakh. Yes, anyone with any doubts or queries? Methili, any doubts? We are done with the first point, that is teacher salary. This is the trickiest part. Now rest are comparatively very easy. When talking about principal salary, see, time spent by the principal for administration is given in the question. Time spent by the principal for administration is given. So very simple, we can calculate it directly. Principal salary we can directly calculate. See, total how many hours the principal worked? 208 plus 312 plus 480 plus 1400. Total 2400 hours the principal worked, and the salary is 14 lakh 40,000. So 14 lakh 40,000 divided by 2400 hours. So per hour cost of the principal is how much? 600. The salary is 14 lakh 40,000. So the cost per hour is how much? 600. So now we have got the cost per hour, so we can simply calculate the hour. So 600 into 208. So herein it will be 124,800. Three one two, it will be 187,200. It will be 2,88,000. Anyone with any doubts? Very good, Nikunj. One 20. Yes, anyone with any doubts or queries? I'm done with this part. Now moving towards the next part, that is lab attendant salary is 3,60,000. Now see, it is given in the question that the number of lab classes are given. So cost per class, we can calculate working note number 3. The amount that is paid to the lab number of lab classes are 144 plus 156. Total 300 lab classes are there. How much is the lab attendant salary? It is 3,60,000. So what will be the cost per class? 1,200 rupees per class. So no labs classes for commerce and arts. And for science stream, how many classes are there? 144. So into 144. So it goes to 170 to 800. So we are done with the lab part also now. Next is salary to peon. Again, working note number 4. Now see, salary to peon, it is 10,000 per month. And when talking about the peon, one peon is fully dedicated for higher secondary section. So for one peon, it is 1,20,000. And how many extra peons are there? 3 peons are there, 10,000 per month into 12, and they devote 15% of their time. So 1,20,000 into 3 into 15%. It comes with 54,000. So it is 1,74,000. Now we have got the total salary of peon. Now see how it is to be distributed in among these three sections. See, the peon is providing services to the student. So this 1,74,000 to be distributed in the ratio of number of students. So salary is to be distributed in ratio of number of students. So this 1,74,000 is to be distributed in the ratio of how many students? 120 is to 360 is to 80. One 120 is to 360 is to 180. This 1,74,000 is to be distributed in the ratio of 120 is to 360 is to 180. Not 660 students. So this will be 31,636. This will be 94,909. $47,455. Total will be 1,74,000. So this is all what about peon. See, again, the question is lengthy, but if you will write down all the steps, just try to break the question. See, starting with teacher salary, prepare the note, put the final table. Principal salary, prepare the note, put it in the final table. Lab attendant, prepare the note, put it in the final table. Salary to peon, see, one peon is only working for higher secondary section and rest the other three peons, they are dedicating 15% of their time. So the proportionate accounting is 54,000. Now we have the total salary for the higher secondary section. Now how to distribute it among the three streams? The best approach is it is to be distributed in the ratio of number of students. So similarly, these are the trickiest part of the question. Now next is salary to other staff in the ratio of number of students, examination expenditure in the ratio of number of examination, office and administration cost in the ratio of number of students, annual day expenses again in the and sports expenses. Either we can deduct it, either we can apportion it equally or in the ratio of numbers of students. So this is the way you have to distribute the cost and calculate the total cost. So the trickiest part was 1, 2, 3, 4. All these were the bit on the trickier side. But again, if you read the question with patience, you can solve this. Rest all, the straight away the basis of distribution is given in the question, so you can solve it on your own. So anyone with any doubts or queries, guys? I'm done with this question. Rest part, you can solve it on your own. It's very easy and very simple. I hope you guys will be able to solve this question. Yes. Yes, Hemen, Prajyot, Satyendra, Mohan. I hope you guys will be able to complete this question. Salary to library staff. Okay. Salary to library staff, you want me to explain? So salary to library staff, it can be distributed in the ratio of number of hours. That is 180 is to 120 is to 240 is to 60. So you can distribute it in this ratio. The point is the final answer is matching or not. Yes, Prachi. Yes, Prachi, I hope this final answer is correct, right? So see, ultimately they have placed these figures now in the main table. I have prepared the working note and I have just mentioned the final figures. That's it. So anyways, guys, we are done with this chapter. I request you guys to solve all the questions of study material, past practice manual, past RTPs, MTPs. I have covered each and every concept in detail. So I'm damn sure that if you are thorough with what I have discussed, if you are thorough with what I have discussed till now, you will be able to solve any questions of service costing easily because I have covered many tricky questions in service costing. So I think you will be able to solve. The point is, before starting with the question, check all the recorded session. Whatever the concepts I have discussed, just write it down in your notebook in your language and then solve the questions what I have discussed first, then start with the new question. Trust me, you'll find this chapter is the easiest chapter of the syllabus. Mathematically, the concept is very simple. For economics, total 1040 classes, and they are teaching economics to commerce students. The teachers belongs to art stream. So the proportionate amount will be deducted from arts and added to commerce. So similarly, mathematics also, the teacher belongs to science stream. He is taking 1100 classes of this, 160 goes to commerce. So the proportionate cost that is charged in science will be deducted from science and will be added to the commerce. That is the concept. So done with this explanation, guys. Try to solve all the questions. Don't wait that once this subject gets over, I'll start solving the question. Don't wait for that. Today only, finish this chapter in one go. From now and onwards, by tomorrow, make sure you are done with all the questions what I have discussed in the class. Apart from this, you can solve 10-12 questions that are available in RTPs, MTP. Trust me, you guys will find this chapter very easy. Dear, because out of 1100 classes, 160 they are taking to commerce student. So this cost doesn't goes into the science stream. It will be deducted from the science stream and it will be added to the commerce stream because they are not providing services to science. Even though they are working in science stream, but they are providing services to commerce. So the proportionate cost is deducted in science and added in commerce. So thank you so much. God bless you guys. Make sure you are present in the coming session. I'll be taking care of standard costing, very important and very interesting chapter. I'll be putting a variety of questions in front of you. Trust me, guys, you will love this chapter. Many students face difficulty in standard costing because there are so many formulas. I will not be discussing any formulas in standard costing. I'll be teaching you how these formulas are prepared. So make sure all of you are present in the coming session. Those who are watching over YouTube, do join over Zoom. The chapter is very important. I want you guys to post your queries. These sessions are conducted by ICAI just for you guys only. So make sure maximum of the students should be present over Zoom so that they can speak to me, they can ask their queries, whatever it is. Further, one more thing, it's a request from my side. Do post your feedback on the classes, what the faculties are taking. It will help us to improvise the things. So whatever your feedbacks are, just fill up the Google form, post your feedbacks. It will help us to improve the things and it is for you guys only. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy. God bless you. Take care. Yes, sir. I'm done.